Hello, I'm doing another home cold plunge again. You can see I got a 100-gallon tarter tank. Filled it with water. I've spent a couple days freezing ice. Let's see if we can get an eye on that. So we have a ton of ice. Every one of those containers is full of ice. So I purchased some and then I made some. So we'll see what it's like. I think it'll work. Well, obviously it'll work, but we'll see how cold it can get. It's gonna take a while though, putting in all this ice. I think there's about 100 pounds. I did just purchase these things. They're silicone, so I think they're a lot easier to take out, which is why I got silicone. I think these are 2-pound bricks that sit on the line, and then I got some 8-pound bricks. Yeah, these don't really come out that easily either. There we go. Let that one sit. But we're getting a lot of ice in there already, and it's not even halfway done emptying these. Big silicone blocks. These are the 8-pound blocks. Already starting to melt a little bit. Alright, now I have 20-pound bags. Let's give it a peek here. So I will be submerging myself in that very shortly. Because you know what? It's warm now, so the lakes are too warm. You don't get the cold plunging, or the cold benefit, like you do with this. I will let this kind of soak for a bit. That's a lot of ice. It's definitely cooling off though. My hands are just numb from being in there. That is going to feel very good. I don't know, if I had to guess, because last time I didn't use as much ice, and I used more water, less ice, and I got it down to about 46 degrees. So there's a lot of ice, less water, maybe, I don't know, maybe low 30s. Well, I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes, and we'll get in. That'll give me a minute or so to get in. I did get some cold plunge weekly treatment, so I'll put that in when I'm done. Oh yeah, that is chilly. That is the chilliest water I've been in a while. It's funny, we were talking today. Let me get in here first. It's gonna be. Oh. Yep, it's icy water. I can feel my body temp lowering. Just kind of relaxing. I gotta say, that's not super comfortable having the ice just resting against my neck. Everything else is fine, but I think I got it though. Everything is kind of just slowed down as your body temp lowers. Thoughts kind of slow down. Breathing slows down. Geese flying overhead. I don't know if you heard that. Big block. Now, if only I had a sauna next to this thing. That would be sublime. I think with this though, the benefits are a little different. And I've read this online. If you go to a sauna right after, it's a little different than as if you let your body kind of return to its normal temperature on its own. Releases norepinephrine this way. I don't know if I'm going to put my head under this time though. It is pretty cold. This is definitely in the 30s. Yeah, this is the coldest water I've been in weeks. Since there was ice on the lake, which makes sense. I wish I had things on my feet are getting very numb. I stopped wearing the neoprene boots, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago in the water, kind of the 40s. So there's the 8-minute timer. I don't really want to get out though, but I also don't want to listen to the timer. Especially now that I got my feet out, I'm chilling. Yeah, my body is just... Oh yeah, that's a feeling I haven't felt in a while. Body's very red. I think if I hadn't been in here so long, I'd put my head under, but I don't think I'm going to, because it's very cold. I haven't felt that cold. I haven't felt that in a while. All right, thank you for tuning in. This is a very successful cold soak, about 8 minutes here. Still just tons of chunks and chunks of ice. You know, I'm tempted to go in and dry off, then come back out here. Feels very, very good. So, until next time, thanks for tuning in.